Now today I'm going to be reviewing the Singularity playing cards by Relativity cards. Before we get into those though, I'm going to show you guys some of the stickers that they sent me. So they sent me two of these that say Made on Earth. Show you that real quick. So they sent me two of those. They also sent me this one. This one's much bigger, and it looks like a big old crack in like the glass with a guy riding on a bicycle. Like if this is like a moon or some circle cut out. And this is what the jokers also look like, so that's fun. It's like a black hole, like almost like a fractured glass type of feel. Another thing is that these are laser etched aluminum industrial label stickers. So like when you're trying to peel this back, you're gonna see that this is like really thick, like aluminum stickers. So basically once you put this on something, you're putting it on there for good, because this stuff is really thick, really nice, but it's the real deal. So make sure when you're going to put this onto something that you're putting it onto something you want to keep it on, because it's going to be on there for a while. Now on to the playing cards themselves, the Singularity playing cards. So these are going to be really fun. The front of it just has the Singularity, like this, of course, fractured glass type of space, black hole type of vibe. And it does go a little bit onto the sides, on both sides here. It has this like really bright yellow in the middle, like this ring here, and then it goes down to this like deep purple both on the very inside and on the very outside. Now you will notice on the side it only has that little bit of purple. On this side of the purple, the back it just says Singularity. On the top it simply says Singularity. The bottom is some ad copy, and then on the inside, instead of saying Singularity or nothing, it says Made on Earth, which is the same as the stickers. And then right here is the Relativity cards logo. And let's get into these cards. And of course this has all been done on this black stock, and there's nothing on the inside besides that. So I can get rid of this, and let's look at these playing cards. So these playing cards are done on a crushed stock linen finish by USPCC, so it means they are clearly quality, because USPCC puts out fantastic cards. And there's only 1,000 decks printed. I did get two of them. So let me show you what these cards actually look like. Of course, this is just the same design as the front. All the difference is it really just cuts it off. It doesn't go all the way out, which is kind of sad for me. It has this like black border here on both sides. I'm, of course, as you guys know, a fan of borderless designs, because when you fan the playing cards, now you get this black ring, and it's mostly black all the way around, instead of really being much bigger and having this like bright color or the purple ring going all the way around. Before I show you the like Pharaoh fan and how I actually handle them, I'm going to show you what the cards look like first. So of course we have our jokers, and it looks the same as what the sticker looked. So you could find a way to do some magic trick with that if you wanted to. If you had a standard black card, you could technically put the sticker on there, and then it would look like when you have them side by side, you could like peel off the card. I don't know what you do. If you want to make it a new magic trick, it's a dope sticker, but that was just something I came up with. So you have your duplicate jokers, which is always fun. You can always do magic tricks with those. Then you have the Singularity Ace of Spades, of course, done in the same cracked format. All the difference is instead of the circle in the middle is now the absence of an Ace of Spades, which I absolutely love. Up until this point, I think this might be the only deck of cards that has it done quite like this. Actually, the deck of cards that I'm designing is going to be the same type of style, which means clearly this is something I absolutely love. I love this absence to make something that doesn't exist. You have to kind of connect the dots in your own mind, which is quality. I love this. And then instead of being the black, it's going to have white pips and indices, obviously, because it's done on black cardstock. Then it's also done in not new deck order, it's done in mnemonic stack. Now for people who don't know what that is, mnemonic stack is a stack for magicians. So if you cut it at, where's it at? In between these two cards, between the 9 of diamonds and the 4 of clubs, you'll instantly put it into mnemonic stack, which is amazing for magicians to do mentalism effects and so on and so forth. You take the jokers out, you give it a cut, and you're all set. So alongside this, one of the pips on every one of the cards is going to be shattered with this black hole design, which is really cool. Now this is done in more of like a fiery red-orange color instead of like the standard red. And it's not always done on the same side either. So this one it's on the bottom, this one it's on the top, this one it's in the middle. You never know quite where it's going to be, but it always makes the playing cards a one-way design, which is really, really fun for certain magic tricks. And it's not only the Ace of Spades, all of the aces have this as well. So when you're going through, and then each of the court cards have also been customized to where they have their eyes are even a little bit more red, more fiery, and then the custom colors to the standard bicycle stock and the standard bicycle feel and looks and everything. But everything has been recolored. Now on some of them they have both eyes done like this. He only has one because he only has one eye. He's one of the one-eyed jacks. And then some of them, let me see if I can find one of those. That one has two. The King of Hearts only has one eye and one eye normal, which is kind of fun. This one actually doesn't have either eye done, but one side has this circle here in his mouth, and the other side does not, which is just kind of interesting, as being the only one that has something done like that so I've seen. Everything else looks normal so far. Either that or I'm just blind, apparently. Which, in all fairness, as a college student, really wouldn't surprise me that much. So there is the rest of the cards, and then there is another one. See, that one just doesn't have any, and then this one just has both. I don't know why some of them are done one way and some of the other. It is cool to have a little bit of contrast, but I wish all of them would have had at least one. It does also come with a double backer, also for magicians, and then it also comes with a blue face on one side, which can be done for like the color changing deck magic trick, or there's many other tricks you can do with a one side with the standard color. And maybe this could be like their next color deck. Maybe that's a hint to the next deck. I am not sure. So at this point, I'm gonna take those four out, the 4 ad cards, and let's see how this handles. So it fans really well, has a really smooth finish. Let's see how it pharaohs. Pharaohs really nicely. That was extremely easy. So the Pharaoh fan. See, that's what I'm talking about, because then you get this really bright color coming all the way around, and that looks really good. I really just wish that they would have been able to see that when fanning it normally. So clearly it's going to work well for cardists because it is this circle back design, which cardists happen to like. I don't think they'll like it quite as much because it's not that. And then cuts are going to be kind of hard to tell because you're not getting like the diagonal lines or anything like Virtuoso or Cherry Casinos or something like that. That might be a little bit harder to see packet cuts. You will be able to see it somewhat, of course, just because they're playing cards, but you won't see it quite to the same effect. But because of the circle back design, it does look really good. In addition to that, the cardists will like the fact that everything is done in not there's the red and black. It has the red and white in different colors, and then these will also make it like the regular 10 of hearts would just be kind of boring when it flips, but now because of this extra pip like this and the one that's altered, it'll be a lot better for cardists as well. Obviously, it is nice for magicians because, well, obviously it comes in mnemonic stack, mostly regular colors. I should probably pharaoh both ways just to make sure it's done both ways, because some decks can pharaoh one way and not the other. Okay, never mind. These pharaoh beautifully both ways. These are a little bit on the thinner side. I wouldn't say they're like a Virtuoso thin. I'd say slightly thinner than Bicycle. Whenever I say thick or thin, it's always in comparison to Bicycle just because that's what everyone knows. But they aren't all the way to Virtuoso. They're definitely leaning that way. I think if they weren't on like a black stock with so much ink. So all in all, these cards are extremely snappy when you're trying to do different flourishes. So they have a really nice stock to them, obviously, because they are USPCC. And being in 1,000 decks, that does make them pretty rare. So if you are going to want to get your hands on them, I will put a link in the description. They really are for everyone, great for gameplay, magicians, cardists. Probably should have put the camera up higher just because it would have been easier to do different flourishes with them. But it is going to look really nice no matter what kind of collector or anything you are. So if you are going to want to get these, check out the link in the description. I know he just did a Black Friday deal and made them down to the regular Kickstarter price. I don't know if that's still going on or not, but make sure to check these out down in the description. And you can check out another video there. And then you can make sure to subscribe, like this video, ring the bell when you subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. This is Card Perfect, signing off.